Hello and good Sunday afternoon, well, early evening. Hey, Bourbon Street Bookers, Maxine. I, t- I don't know how to say that other one. Tolas, Latoya.
Hello.
Hey, Allegra. Hey, y'all. Welcome to our chat this evening. I'm starting to really enjoy these, love. I've enjoyed all of the ones we've done so far. How are you this good Sunday evening?
I'm well. I'm well. I think I had a hangover today. But not I forgot to tell you, but not from alcohol. But I think I can't smoke cigars late at night. And I told you I was on the phone with my matriarch last night and we were talking like 11 o'clock. And I ended up throwing her off the phone and I was smoking a cigar up until then. And I think I have a hangover, which is weird. I mean, who has a hangover from cigars?
Right.
But I'm good. But that's what sent me into that nap. But I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Hey, Ashley. Hey, Teresa. Tara. FBA girl. I thought that said FBI. I was like, oh, we got the FBI in here. What we doing? What we done did?
Foundational Black American girl. Hello, all. All right.
Maxine. April.
Now, which April is that?
I don't know.
I see her picture is small, but hey, Renita. What is KG doing? Oh, she's been following me so faithfully from IG for years.
There's
Aaron Gibb. Aaron is new. Aaron, hey, welcome. Oh, Vivian is here.
Hey, Vivian.
Oh, Vivian. Hey, Miss Reed.
All right, y'all. So I posted that I had questions. And Love asked me, did we need some questions to start off with? No, we do not, because I told her I got a couple of pages so between my questions, my questions and concerns, and y'all's questions and concerns. I got some concerns. I got some premonitions too. So, okay, let me ask you before we really get started. Are we doing any spoilers at all?
No.
Oh, so if I ask a question,
well, let's be fair. I mean, I've always been fair-minded. If I feel like it's a spoiler that shouldn't be revealed, I'll say I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But if it's something, because oftentimes when people ask a question, it's not a spoiler for me. So we'll just see. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, don't read that until later. I should have sent. I'm sorry. I said I'm throwing her off. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm like, wait, what is this? Anyway, okay, y'all, feel free to drop your questions in a week between Love and I. We will get to them, but don't go too far ahead of us. Don't go too far. Like, don't go to like the end of the book. We're gonna start from the beginning. So
Stephanie Woods is in the house, and Miss Tangela Stevens, Miss Stevens. Is it Steffens? It's probably Steffens. Hey, I'm glad you made it too. Ashley Williams. Hey, hey, hey.
So, okay, love. Hayden, say his name for us correctly.
Hayden?
No.
Ishaan.
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 Ishaan. Okay. I did not do a reread because I didn't need to do a reread. It's too fresh. It was too fresh. It's fresh. I didn't need to do. Now I did go back through today when I was going back through to look at my notes, and to jot some things down. I know I'm gonna forget some. Oh, Sophia Chase is all the way from the UK. Welcome. It's late there, isn't it?
Oh, so Sophia, I believe Sophia is from the Bahamas, but she's been traveling.
Okay.
Hey sis, thanks for taking out the time to hang out with us. Hey JD.
Okay, so right off the bat, look, what made him think she was a prostitute? I know he was talking about prostitutes. No. I tell you what I want to know. Where did this story come from? How did they come to you, the therapist? If we can, start there.
I feel like it started in 2022 when I was writing Prism and Low Love, Low Fidelity, Tobias and Tobias and what is my girl's name? What's her name, Jocelyn? Tobias and child. Somebody help me out in the chat. So what is her name?
Oh, and I just
Love Low
listened to her
Fidelity, and we were
story.
just talking about her. Anyway, that was Lennox.
Lennox,
Thank you so
right?
much,
Somebody
Khalees.
Lennox.
You know Khalees gonna come through. Um, uh,
This is the funny
um,
thing. I
Lennox.
can see Khalees. She's already here, so I can
Yeah, I
see
see
her.
her. I see her. She's
Okay.
faded, but she's here. She's ready to. Um, those two were in the running in terms of clients, potential clients giving me their storyline. And I remember telling CCJ, because it's always how it happens. Hey, I got this client. I think the story is cool. They meet somewhere away from where they live. I don't know. I said, well, oh, I wonder if it's New Orleans. That's probably because I was in New Orleans in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, but they're away and they're like, he's about to attend an event. Oh, wow. I forgot all about that too. Yep. He's about to attend an event. She's on her last day and she's dry. She's very conservative. She's really more about her business. She's like a type A personality, but her friend she's with, they kind of, as we say in Patterson, soup her up or psych her up. It's more universal to look like a prostitute, like literally stick her thumb out near their resort, which is stupid. But he, for whatever reasons, he believed her and he picked her up for the night. So they were playing in the back of my mind. They were playing in the back of my mind. But the problem with it was, I said, I see a 2-book series. If you're talking about a pregnancy and a baby, I said, babe, I see a 2-book series. But I'm thinking like, what is a compelling uh landing point for a cliffhanger other than him finding out she's pregnant? Like I can see them at an event because they're going to realize they're from the same area.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I can't write a book with that much of a distance, like in terms of them seeing each other, because where's the storyline going? So I think that's probably why it took me so long when I finally took them on, because I'm just like, I'm not scared. I'm just going to do it and they'll help me figure it out as we go along. And that's what happened all year. But that was one of the couples that was vying for my attention back in 2022.
Okay. And then of course we met Hayden in Maz's story with
Love's Neutral Zone.
Right, because they're cousins. And you let us know that her story, that Hayden's story, was next. So let me just tell you, I crack up every time she calls him her John.
Yeah, at the beginning.
That just every time she says it, I'm like, because I think I even texted you at one point and was like, I can't wait until they like collide in person. So Hayden being a prostitute. I was like, I love the cousin dynamics because I'm close with my cousins, and I'm going to see my best cousin.
I know.
When I say we're going to cut up, you already know we're going to cut up. So here's a question. Do you consider him one of the alphas?
I do. And actually, when I met him, I didn't know that because I don't know. And Ezra is a wonderful example of it. Ezra and Lex their storyline was so different when they were like talking to me that first time. I knew Ezra was a pastor, did not know he was a pastor of a mega church. And I didn't know how hood Lex was. And I thought Lex had kids. But when I put everything aside and it was time for them to, sit on the couch and I got their story, totally different people. So I did not know Ishaan. I knew he was complex, but did I know he was in his line of work? Absolutely not. Did I know he was he had like I don't want to say an aggressive personality, but did I know he was an alpha? Absolutely not until we started with our sessions this year.
Okay.
Tangela, she agrees with you.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't want to rush it, but I was just like, come on, I need y'all to I need this to come out like quick. Not quick, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Them sex scenes. Oh, yeah, because they was getting it in, from jump. From jump. Well, he thought she was a prostitute for one. So
but I'm 1000% sure by the end of the first night he knew she was no prostitute.
Right. I picked up on that too, because at some point when and she even said it herself, like, this is not how a prostitute acts. A prostitute
Mm-mm.
be all in her feelings and show her emotions, and it's
Mm-hmm.
prostitutes from what we know, because I don't know none.
Mm-hmm.
From what we've heard, read, seen on
Like
TV.
you give a menu, right? You give a menu, like, well, what do you want, and all of the stuff, or I can upgrade you and with the partner, and that's where Ishaan told me, these are things because he's in. I don't know. I feel like I discussed this book with so many people as they were reading it. People in my personal life, Eurubia. Oh my gosh, Eurubia loves this. She did not beta this at all. And
Okay.
she kept saying, "Can you send me the doc? Can you send me the doc?" I'm like, I'll wait till it's clean. You ain't on my team no more. Get out of here. No, you wait.
Oh, I
And
didn't know that.
no, she's honestly busy with work. She's gotten like 5 promotions in the
Okay.
past 3 years. So she's really busy. So anyway, she went away. They just got back on Thursday, and she was like, she ate that book up, so I'm talking to different people. Oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought about. Shoot, I just lost my train of thought, and you're not going to help me bring it back. It'll come back because I was going to say it earlier.
You were talking about Ruby wanting to be. She
But
was.
before then, it was something about the beginning. Oh, boom, the very beginning of the book.
People said Ruby really got fired.
Ruby really got fired. Ruby kind of quit though. Ruby should have been fired a long time ago. Where I gotta send you guys what she wrote. She came to visit me last month, and she wrote on my boards, my work boards. And I've been meaning to post that picture so y'all can see how trifling she is coming into my workspace, my writing den. But so when the book opens, he's talking to Munchie about. Munchie mentions, I spoke to the madam. She didn't say madam. I think she said something else. And those, the girl should be clear there. So in Ishaan's job, he has to know all the movers and the shakers around the area. He needs to know everything about the underworld, politicians. He needs to know about the judges, and that is his job. He goes before Asmir. When Asmir says, we want to set up shop here, it is his job to make nice with the games or make ugly with them, to get to know all of those things. So he understands in his line of business, there's going to be prostitution. But apparently there were some loose hookers, like low level, and they were populating in front. And then the madam, must have told, them, I'll keep my girls at bay. We know what we are allowed on the property. But I didn't get into this specifically, but it's funny how it opens with, they should no longer be in this location of the resort. He walks in there, and guess who's there? So I guess maybe he's looking at, well, she's a decent looking one, and he just, I don't really think he saw anything. I think he felt she was attractive, but there are a lot of women who are attractive. He was playing along. Like, at first he did think so. And then he was just like, for shits and giggles, like, let's go, escort me to this event or whatever. And then at some point in the night, definitely by the time they made it up to his suite, he was like,
just in her conversation, like, she wasn't ditzy. She wasn't, she didn't know how to play the role when she was at the
she
event.
was tipsy, and she was in work mode.
Right.
She was in hustle mode. Even how she had interest in the different Panthers that were there and non-Panthers, and what do you do when talking shop?
Right.
He's not dumb. He knows people. So I think he was testing her when he was saying, okay, let's move it on to something intimate. But definitely by the time they got up there, he was like, nah, this is not a prostitute.
Did you see Devin's?
What's Devin say?
What?
Why picture money? Who is Velma? Not from the
Scooby-Doo. From
Scooby-Doo. No, who now that we're saying this, I never thought about this before. Now, take me to the king, the gospel singer.
Tamala Man.
Tamala Man, that figure, that figure, yeah.
Weight loss Tamala Man or pre-weight loss?
Probably pre.
Okay.
Or probably early stages of it, but just her nice waistline, but she's very voluptuous.
Because she's still voluptuous even with the weight loss, which I get. You like, some things are just not going to go away.
Yeah, but I think she was born with a good shape, and so even when she had the weight on, I think she had a beautifully feminine shape. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta hear. Here's my question: will Jazz and Ish cross paths? Look like they would have based on Divine's life and
Here's
maybe
my question.
Jacob.
Will Jazz and Ish cross paths? I think they absolutely know each other. Look like they would have based on, yeah, just, I
Yeah.
absolutely think they know each other. I It's just kind of because of who Ish is, it's really kind of hard for him not to know a lot of people. So I can see them knowing each other. Yeah.
Khalees says she's related to Hayden. Hayden, just so y'all know.
Oh, you are, Khalees. Ah.
She said Munchie is her.
Munchie. Yeah, I think Munchie is a beautiful, nerdy, very intelligent. She's probably a freak. She probably has that freak side, like that flip side to her. She's probably a freak, but she's definitely an interesting companion to Ish professionally.
Okay, so Jim, tell us what this means. Y'all was talking about it yesterday. I was like, how much did he research? Are you saying how much did he research her?
Everyone wants to know that question throughout this thing. Like, how did he miss this? How did he miss that? Ishaan did do a quick profile for her, and I think what threw people, including my editors, by the way, was like, how could he not know this? Because I don't think Ishaan really needed to see her after the first or second time. I think he was pleasantly surprised to see her the second time. And then what happened was Ishaan could have narrowed down her identity, but he did not care, was not that serious
Right.
for
That's
him.
what I got too. That
Yeah,
it
and,
wasn't
and
necessarily
again, for shits
he
and
didn't
giggles, he
see
said,
her
well,
in the end.
let's just run Janie Daughtery, let's just run those names. But he so the people who is in charge of events at the casinos report to Ishaan. It's a chain, right? Because he's responsible for all events and everything. You're just not dealing with him. He's probably like two people separated from the person you're actually going to contact. But he Munchie was able to go into this particular grant writing event because he saw on camera, he knew the vicinity she was in, he knew what was going on in that vicinity, and
Mm-hmm.
they just ran that name. But after that is probably when they dig a little deeper, and during the doctors, the OBG
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's visit, that I feel like I've been saying this repetitively, but when he took her out to lunch after that, he was testing her. A lot of questions, he wanted to confirm what they were able to find out about her. But I honestly don't think he did a deep dive enough to find out. He said her father was dead. Okay, your father's dead. So the things, I don't know what he got when he actually did the deeper dive, but did he do the deepest dive? I don't think so. I don't
Probably
think
not.
so. I bet you he has now. But
This question has brought up something with Ezra for me, so I wrote it down so I won't forget. I could totally relate to Hayden's independence, and Ezra spoke a word when he was talking to her about single mothers making it work and their daughters seeing that. That was spot on, very spot on. I was touched when Ezra was telling her that he could see the demons over her and not to let them. Khalees, y'all can't see Khalees, but Khalees is in the background, like yes, yes.
Jesus on
Um,
tour.
when I was like, speak on it, like because there are, for those of you who believe, for the believers, sometimes they are circling around you and you don't know it, but Ezra was fine. You make Ezra sing. We know that they're characters, but his character is so freaking real. The way you come with the word love is amazing. You
Thank
and
you.
Bailey have this tendency to literally drop true nuggets that is um life changing. If that's the best way to say it,
Oh,
they are.
shoot. To be in a category about that with Bailey is a huge compliment. You've never said that.
What?
I would take that all day. That is a huge compliment.
Because you can preach a word, you can give a word, and it's still, I'm not gonna get into her stuff, but like she was telling me how one of her reviews, and I saw it myself, was like, I don't see how you could write like a Christian part, not so much Christian, but and then smut at the same time. Why not? That's why can't I get a taste of both?
Why
But
can't I
yeah,
write about real people?
that part right there. Just
Mhm.
because I go to church don't mean I say it all the time. I go to church. I have a strong faith, but I know how to act the food.
Oh Lord, please don't let that Scorpio rear its head.
Love laughs at me when y'all. Sometimes I be in the car and I'm sending her a
Mm,
message,
mm, mm.
and I forget that I'm actually sending a message, and my road rage is horrible. It's horrible.
Where's Aunt CCJ's?
And when I'm doing her, she don't even flinch. She just laughs. She doesn't even, doesn't mean anything
I
to
eat it all up.
me. But
Okay.
I love that. I mean, how Ezra just got so comfortable. He came in and he sat down in her chair, and he was just, um, had something to. Yes, my heart. Yes, when he told that story about Lisa, where'd that come from?
I don't know. I literally did not. When I went into this, I didn't know Ezra was we're going to be visiting Redeeming Souls, and until we started recording, and then I certainly didn't know the word he was going to give. And I remember saying, "Okay, you got to put this off for another day because you need to figure out what Ezra is going to say."
Mm-hmm.
It really came very, very naturally, and I saw him. And those of us who spent many, many years in church, you can feel what the atmosphere was like in the church as he's telling the story. His
Mm-hmm.
parishioners didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about his faith too. He's telling you when he's being tested too, and when he has to stand firm when everyone around him, they're not as strong because he had to hold on to what the Lord told him. And I can only imagine what that's like.
Let me tell
So
you something. You know what church I grew up in. And
mhm,
his wife had to deal with breast cancer. Can you imagine?
mhm,
That
mhm,
man of that faith, what
mhm.
they and I'm teaching faith every Sunday. That's
Every Thursday, every Sunday, absolutely.
right.
And
So
I had
I
to
can
actually
totally,
exercise it, while
I
my
can
baby
totally
is
relate.
suffering.
Yep.
And then you have these two alpha women around you that's saying, like, what are you doing? We need to do this. And you're trying to get another specialist. I honestly, that just came to me so easily. Yeah.
Oh, Tangela said he inspires her and turns her on at the same time.
That's the plan, Tangent. That is the plan. Like even with right in the scenes with him and Lex and how he would, if he's in town, he'll come and pick her up or, and how he greets her
Mm-hmm.
softly and privately, but unabashedly because you see him gripping her butt. You
Right.
can see him just being very reverential to
I
her.
look, my first thought was, Ezra being fresh.
Ezra don't play. Ezra's still sir now.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Somebody brought up Billy. So I guess I'm gonna jump into this about her mom. Um, let me see, where does my notes? Oh, Hayden's mom is I put Hayden's mom is just like I'm trying to figure out what is her issue. Norma Jean.
Someone asked about that too.
What
Her
about
mom. I'm not quite. I don't. I'm questioning some things about her mom, like her upbringing and her experiences with her uncle Billy.
uh-huh.
Um, I'm questioning it. I
Okay.
do believe, as Dr. Patterson asked Hayden, do you feel she loves you? Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know, that's one thing, or you feel she doesn't, that's another thing. But if you feel this woman, if you can at least feel connected to her in some type of way, I can work with you. Let's start there. And I do believe that woman adores Hayden. But Jag, my best friend, shared this concept with me that always stuck with me: when the daughter is smarter than the mother.
Mm.
And that's very insulting for your child to be brighter than you. So
Mm-hmm.
you want your kids. We all should want kids from our womb or kids we're raising or whatever to do better and be better. But no, 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 no. When they are smarter than you, when they are more worldly than you are, they're more logical than you are, they can outsmart you. They've surpassed you with even more morality or whatever. And I'm wondering if that's just the case where she got stumped somewhere emotionally, and
Mm-hmm.
Hayden is just not stumped back. Like she's just not there. But I think she truly loves Hayden. She worked hard for Hayden, but I think she felt Hayden and is continuing to fail Hayden. in
Yeah,
this
and I'm
moment.
trying to understand her discord for Raina and Sandria's moms. And to me, having Billy still around is like far worse than them being drug addicts to
Mhm.
me, because you kept a pedophile around your daughter and you're dismissive. That grinds my gears when I hear that was in the past, let it go. No, it does not
Mm-mm.
work like that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Which makes me wonder, what was your experience like with your Uncle Billy growing up?
And that you don't keep and you still, oh, ugh.
Yeah, like so are we dealing with another pathology here?
Mhm.
So I would have to explore that to know for sure. And I have to. I will be doing that in book 2.
Okay. I'm going.
Norma Jean got around. Norma Jean is a legend. Rest in peace to Norma Jean McNeil. She is a legend, and it becomes clear each time her name is mentioned. Um, so rest in peace to her.
I'm looking at some questions. There's some I'm purposely ignoring. Mm. Dang, I'm missing a whole lot of stuff.
So Khalees said that part. Allegra, what did Allegra say? She's a trifling hoe. I should have known my leg. I should have known my Allegra was gonna come with something. She's like the most articulate hood, like the stuff that comes out of Allegra's mouth.
Did you see Allegra's video with her bonnet?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I
So
did.
you touch Allegra when you get Allegra to come out and do a video for BSB, because she said that's not her calling.
Yeah. And you're right, Khalees, hurt people hurt people. So I think she's not doing it intentionally, but you are, because you're still not protecting her.
Right. Well, somebody said they hope that she had a trial. That would explain it.
Mm-hmm.
If she had a, but there is no way, if and especially if it came from him, that he would still be in my house, and then for him to walk around talking about what's the going on, what's her
Mm-hmm.
problem.
You got some
Are you
authority
serious right
here. Yeah. Tahia.
now? You got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be kidding me. Okay, so we're gonna, let's see what's our time and what time is it? Where are we?
6:28.
So I got Khalees. We have Khalees in the background, you guys, because her Rosalind, I don't see Roz up here today, decided to try. And I asked Love, like, where did this concoction come from? So let's, before we get into the concoction, when Hayden, because I want to know about uh I have a Meek, what's her name? I wrote her name down. Wait. Her assistant, Hayden's assistant, Mika.
Oh, Mika. Mm-hmm.
So before I get into concoction, I'm gonna bring you on in a hot second, Khalees. Before we get into that, I'm trying to figure out what Mika's problem is.
Mika doesn't know how to handle her emotions.
So I'm like, are
Mika.
you mad that at the decision you made,
Mm-hmm.
or are you mad that Hayden didn't make the same decision? Because Hayden had nothing to do with what
Mm-hmm. I
what you
think
decided to do.
I think Mika is really in her feelings, and it really shouldn't have anything to do with Hayden. But I think Mika is a tender spot, and
And
I
I
want to be
get that.
respectful to Mika. I
I
want to
get
be
it.
I want to be respectful to her, because I'll be honest with you, I don't understand it either, but I feel it. I think Mika made a bad call, and
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna revisit Mika's guy in book 2.
Okay.
And I feel like she felt like she made a connection with this guy, and I don't know if Mika gets play or not. I don't know what it is, but Mika really felt like she had, what do you call it? Instant love, right? Insta love. And Mika had the people around her, are you crazy? What are you gonna do? So she aborted, but she was able to do the math with Hayden and was saying,
Mhm.
dang, I think she's dealing with postpartum, post PTSD,
PTSD.
yeah, PSTD,
Mhm.
whatever. And I think I want to respect her. I really want to
You know,
respect
I'm not, I don't want
No,
to.
you don't have to defend yourself, because I would be feeling I'm just being mature party here, because otherwise I'd be like, girl, if you don't go somewhere and sit down and be happy for her, you made your decisions, let her make hers. But she's still in her feelings.
But I feel like she made a
Hey,
rash decision.
Jaleesa.
I feel like she made a rash decision, and she's
Yeah.
regretting the rash decision that she made.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't. Not that everybody has to, like, but she didn't sit in it like, okay, or maybe she did weigh the pros and the cons. But
No,
her
I don't think
actions
she
as
did.
of
I
right
think she
now are
got
not
swept
showing it.
away by the romance of it all, her imagination.
Mhm.
But we're definitely going to revisit, because Mika's a part of the storyline, so we're gonna wrap that up. But we're gonna respect Mika with where
Oh
she
yeah,
is
it looks like
emotionally.
we all kind of have the same thing, that she's got mom guilt going on.
Yeah.
Um, what does it say? She ran to the end fast and didn't weigh everything right. Yeah, so we all kind of get the same, like
Mika was in her romance novel mode in Vegas. She was in her romance novel mode that, ironically, Hayden is living out.
right.
When you do the math, so that's I
Oh, we're
find
not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. So let me bring Khalees on, because Khalees decided to try this banana peppers and crackers, and I need to know why. So Khalees is going, and she done made it now. Lord Jesus, love she done.
with the wine. All right, sis. All right, take her off mute, Joss.
I'm
No,
on
she had to
mute.
get that.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey
Khalees.
y'all.
Girl, I tried to wear my Connecticut Kings jersey too, and I said, nah, let me not do that.
Listen, it's a King Sunday. I already posted it, baby. It is a King Sunday. Anytime it's football season, it's King Sunday.
That's right.
I wanted to try it. I don't know why. Like when I made that video that morning, mind you, I finished the book at like 1 o'clock that night in that morning. And I made the video at 9 o'clock that morning, and I was eating that at 9 o'clock in the morning. Don't judge me. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when I ate and recorded that video. So
9 in the morning.
it's good to me. I've had people call it a struggle snack, Lisa.
Do you see her name, Taste Tester? Lord have mercy.
I'm the taste tester. You see it? It was good. I mean, I could try it on camera for y'all. I got it right here.
Go
It
ahead,
was
try it.
good.
I forget who had it on the saltine, but I feel like the other person had it on a different cracker.
I think you said a
But,
club.
hold on. I got them too. Hold up. Got those too. We're gonna try both.
They say it's good. They have said Rosalind tried it as well, and she said, and
I've never tried it. I don't.
Roz said she added cheese, and I was really like,
oh wow, that sounds interesting.
Khalees is in mama mode right this second. So while Khalees is handling her business real quick, I asked Love, I was like, where did this come from? Like, I even, let me tell you something. I even asked my coworker, because her kids are small. Her kids are, not in toddlers. They're elementary school, like 7 and 8 or something like that. And she still talks about pregnancy and so I said, have you ever had banana peppers and crackers? Is that a thing? Because she's younger than me, of course. So I said, is that a thing? And she was like, what? I said, she said, where do you get that from? I said, my Arthur friend put it in a book. And she goes, she could have just said pickles. I said, nah, that's not a LB. LB
It wouldn't hit the same.
Right. LB is not going to, she's going to give you something different. So then after is when I see Khalees testing it, and I'm just like, oh Jesus, I need answers.
All right.
Yeah, I remember where I was when you sent me that text demanding answers. Yeah. So which cracker is that, Khalees?
Just a club cracker.
Okay. Wait a minute, what's a club cracker? That's not Ritz, is it?
No, the Keebler club crackers.
Oh, I love the Keebler ones, Keebler elves, yeah.
Wait, but that's better than a saltine. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And so that's what Ishaan was eating. He was eating his with club crackers.
Got it.
Okay. He was eating hers with saltines.
Yeah.
Wait, the way that's better than the saltine is insane.
Yeah, right. And Lex was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're right." Lex was like, "Oh, what do you eat? Open your window."
Yes, she did.
Open your windows. Lex
Yes,
was,
she
and
did.
look, Ezra come behind. Be nice. She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Mind
So
yourself. Mind your man.
casually. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Khalees, what made you want to try it?
I guess because it's a strange combo and it was like repetitive in it. I'm gonna try it.
Because Love Belvin
So
wrote it.
I
literally
can't
because she
try
wrote
it
it.
with no saltine crackers though. Maybe I'll try it with the
Now the
Keebler.
saltine crackers is gonna raise your blood pressure. The
Oh,
Keebler or the Ritz, it's like it's a smooth buttery taste
okay.
with the banana peppers. Saltine might raise your blood pressure, but
Okay.
the Ritz have that butter taste to it. So do it with the Ritz
Okay, so you
or the
okay,
club.
so not only have you done the saltine, the club, you tried it with the Ritz crackers too.
Mm-hmm.
And then when
Yeah.
Rob did the cheese, that just sounded really. I was just really like,
Wait,
oh.
I don't eat cheese like that.
But you saw where you and her had the conversation.
Yes. I was
Mhm.
like, okay. I was waiting for her response on the cheese, but she didn't even say she liked cheese. I don't eat cheese like that unless it's in some grits. Now that's different.
Mhm.
But
Some today, Khalees.
it's a good combination. You should try it. And I did try it because she wrote it. The
I
charge it to the
told
game
you,
and not
love.
my
I
heart.
told you. I said you have you bras out here trying anything because you wrote it.
Now,
You
no,
wrote it.
Khalees got me.
Wait, but wait.
Khalees got me want to try it.
Love, are you? I can't.
I still go get mushrooms and red sauce because of you. You know, it's your
Get,
fault.
get what? Get what, Khalees?
Mussels and red sauce.
Oh, now that I like. Now that I like. That's my
Like I get
joint.
them daily.
That's
Mm.
my joint.
So yeah.
But I'm thinking
It's all
like
your
I,
fault.
I wasn't interested in trying the saltine, but now you got me curious about the other one. I'm gonna try that.
You gotta try it. Definitely gotta try it.
Well, thank you so much for entertaining me. Taking one for the team.
Listen, we was in a group chat talking about this.
They were.
Jaleesa added
We
it to
were.
her
They were.
grocery list. Jaleesa added it to her grocery list. I was like, I already
Jaleesa
ordered
did
it,
too.
girl.
I know. I saw
Yeah,
that
Yes.
you
you
tried
did.
it too. So Jaleesa's asking what cheese did she try, but I wanted this. How did Ish? Khalees, thank you so much. I know it was last minute, and I just wanted to. I
Oh, you're
wanted to
fine.
get your take on it.
Okay,
So
you're welcome.
thanks,
Bye,
girl.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Khalees.
You're welcome.
How did Ish not think him craving that wasn't random? But it sounds like the way Love wrote it, that's something that he eats. I think he said it was one of his favorite snacks.
No. At the beginning of the book, when we first meet his mother, he said, "Yup. Why are these banana peppers in here?"
Ah, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, "Ugh, what is this?" And then one day he finds himself craving them.
Don't say I look disgusting. Shut up, Low Devin.
Oh, Devin said you. Wait a minute. Somebody said they tried it. Okay, just tried it. Ashley. It actually.
Actually,
Oh,
really
wow.
good.
Okay, y'all gonna have me. I'm gonna try it tomorrow. I haven't had dinner yet. Maybe I shouldn't try it before my dinner. I'm gonna try it
No,
tomorrow.
and don't let that be the first thing you try after you break your fast, because that's gonna be.
Oh, right. That
You gotta
part.
wait till you have something.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe I need to do it like late tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he initially hated banana peppers. Right. Okay. Okay.
And Ashley is right here. He had more symptoms than her. Hayden is having a wonderful pregnancy. And I know for sure she's going to have a wonderful, easy pregnancy. I know for sure. But it was him who tired all the time, craving a strange food. I think that's the only thing Hayden had was this weird, concoction or whatever. But yeah. Yep, it was him. He's getting hit with the symptoms.
Yeah, fatigue, and even got his team concerned about the fight.
Moving slow. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about Red's Island. Is that a real place? I haven't looked it up.
No, it's not a real place.
And I saw your question that you posed was like, is were those the same?
Yeah. So I had to redeem Red's Island, and I got the name from a relative. And
Okay,
only if you're in my circle would you get the significance. And I mean in my circle, I'm talking about like my family.
right.
Would you get the significance of it being named Red's Island? But I felt so, but I knew what was going to happen while writing the Prism series, and I did want a fictitious place. So
Mhm.
I came up with that name, and I felt horrible. It's named after someone in my family. And I said, "You got this is one of the purest heart people you know. You have to you have to improve on the reputation." So when talking about where Asmir landed, making sure with my librarians, Tina and Roz, making sure I did not name it. I was so happy I didn't name it in Love's Neutral Zone. And
Mhm.
I was saying, okay, let's go with Red's Island. I didn't name in there where Asmir was setting up this resort. So it was a way for me to.
Then she
Oh, she Googled the Jaleesa. Yeah, no, that's very fictitious. Um, and I was able to. I feel better about naming that place that happened to Shishi, and I feel better because we kind of cleaned it up or whatever. But yeah, that's fictitious.
Okay, I'm looking at my notes. Y'all could drop. I might have missed some other questions. Yeah, they're saying Ezra had the symptoms too and didn't know.
Hmm.
Oh, you know what I meant to say? It's at the top of my page. Love used my favorite word.
Oh, that was for you.
That
I forgot, but yeah, that was for you.
I was
Because you know
like
I can't ever pronounce it, and I love hearing you say it. Yeah.
persnickety. Like, I know she didn't say this baby was persnickety. How is a newborn persnickety?
Ciao.
I love it when you drop little nuggets for me. Appreciate them very much so. Where's my what else I got? Oh, I'm not gonna get there yet. His I had my last on my last page his anger. Because how long are we going, love? What do we say?
Until we're done. Whenever you're done with your questions and they're done with their questions. Yeah. That's
Okay.
why I didn't put it in time because we may not have needed all of that. Jalisa,
Oh,
I'm gonna contact you. I was gonna have a copy for you. I didn't know if you wanted to wait until Indie Love or I can send it to you before then, but you've already earned your signed copy. I was gonna give you the option now that I'm done with the paperback.
I'm gonna get to that. I see your question about his son. I have two things. And I don't have so I'm wondering about Ebony's proposition. You touched on that and then you walked away from it and left it.
Mm-hmm. I mentioned her name.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm comfortable with saying they did make the agreement to procreate together.
Well, okay, that's what I
A
thought.
support system, not in a romantic relationship at all, but for him to be a support system to her. So maybe that will give his mom some level of satisfaction with him and where he's going in his life and, expanding, having more children and everything. So I, I will say they did make that agreement, but we're gonna learn early in book. That'll be shared early in book two. And what is he gonna do now that he's actually expecting um, a baby in a few months? So
Allegra said that scared her.
that.
Ebony would be a problem. Oh yeah, I feel that too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of a problem Ebony can be. Ebony is not his lover, and they really are good platonic friends at this point. Um, I feel I like Ebony. I think I too think she's a boss bee. Um, so I'm more fearful. I mean, what can she do? She can't be messy. She could be messy if they were romantically involved, but she doesn't have that. It was just an agreement or whatever. But I'm curious to see how it's going to play out when he lets her know that he's expecting a child and he doesn't think morally this will be. He could continue to pursue this with her. And for I guess I'm giving a spoiler. I don't think Ebony is pregnant. I think Ebony has been gaining weight because she's been trying to get pregnant. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Ebony is pregnant. I really don't
Okay.
think she is.
Okay. Wait.
I didn't know when I wrote it, but I just in my gut, I don't think she's pregnant.
Okay. So also I want to get to Makai.
Mhm.
Somebody says I get shady vibes from the son. I don't get shady vibes, but he said something when him and his girlfriend were talking, and Hayden was at the house, and she said your dad really loves you or something like that. And the way he snorted and said my dad. Now I don't know if we're gonna get to a spoiler. Maybe I'll ask you about spoilers.
Mhm.
And then you
I think what I saw of Makai and Hayden, and again, I won't know until I'm in a session with them and it's being put down. Makai is very protective over Ishaan. And he knows Ishaan is the man. Ishaan does not talk to him about all of his rendezvous, but Ishaan is very clear with him about he's lived beyond Mandy, who is Makai's mother. But I think I can sense some jealousies happening because not even Ebony was brought around Makai. Now you got this woman and she's having a baby, and it's just like, I'm sure that's probably triggering some thoughts of his mother, his own mother, or whatever. So I think he's being a bit of a brat. I think that's what we saw him out there. Being a brat. And Nicole, he was being shady when Ishaan was moving her things in, and he was with his shirt off posing at the end of because he does not know how to
share him with
to include another feminine character in his father's life other than Dr. Patterson. He doesn't know. So his thing is, my poppy is my boy. He's my, my protector. So if he hit, then I'm gonna let you know I'm sexy too. He's underdeveloped. He's a kid, and he's not been the nicest to her. I hope they can work something out. I know Hayden will be more than willing if Makai can come around to just accepting, hey, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, so the consensus is that ain't his son because of the way he tissed. That was what I'm like. I'm not gonna say it's not. I just was like, one of those things where you just go, okay, now I gotta wait for book 2 to get an answer to that question. So she has not. So y'all saying that he's not. Love has not said that.
No, I didn't say that.
She didn't say that. I did laugh when he was like, when they was getting it on in the kitchen, in the pantry.
Oh, that was hilarious.
He said, "Poppy, is that you?" Yeah. So if I come in there, you gonna bust my ass? Yeah.
And I think that really, I don't think Hayden is gonna be really comfortable next time she sees Makai. She's probably really, because that happened. Yeah, she's probably really gonna be uncomfortable because she's coming into their situation. She sees their tank unit here, and she already had Makai has already not been welcoming towards her. So how is she gonna face him? Makai is not dumb,
At all. Well, y'all dropping these questions in here fast. I'm trying to keep up.
Oh. Felice said, I'm gonna make you pull up a dictionary. Oh yeah. It's crazy.
Me and Love both are reading.
It's crazy you write that, and I ain't even try it. These people. Oh, and ain't even try. No, I've never tried that. These people really be ghosting out if you. Oh yeah, they do. They are real people to me. Jamika said the same thing. She was like, that's what I'm saying. I've been having these conversations, explaining the complexities and what's going on. I think people think there's a lot of mystery and with this particular project or whatever, or this installment. But she said, Love, it really cracks me up how you always say you think you don't know when you're talking about your own characters and clients. You say, I think, because I do think. She asked me a question about a retro. Oh man, what was I can't pull it up. Client, and I was saying, no, I don't think that's what it. Mind you, the series is done. Storyline is done, and I said, I don't think. And she said, I said, I've always been. Yeah, I've always been that way. I only know what they tell me. I don't know. Sometimes I'm left guessing as you guys are. Look at here go Erica. You see E in the house?
No, what's she saying? Where's she at?
Ebony using that turkey basting. Ain't she? I guess she is, E. I guess she is.
Oh, geez.
But they're not, she has to go the alternative. And I know I didn't explore it, and I purposely didn't. I didn't have time, and I was okay with sacrificing that because we'll get into the next book. But she's having it, she's having trouble getting pregnant the natural way. Is that how you say it? So he agreed to take this journey with her, like she said, to give satisfy your mom and satisfy my, my desires to, be a mom. Let's work together. And he agreed to partner with her.
So, okay. When Hayden knows that he's the father, but her evasiveness to answer his question, why?
Who knows who's the father?
Hayden knows that Ishaan is her baby's father.
Oh, I think
And the way she's leaving it, instead of just saying,
we'll
yeah.
explore that instead of, and in fact, now that I'm back in it with them with recording, I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out. Too, when are you guys going to just, like, Ishaan, you had Dr. Patterson hold your results.
Right.
Has Dr. Patterson, especially because I'm assuming she did tell Ishaan, I'm assuming, and I don't know, because she's actually a professional. She told Ishaan Hayden came back to the house upset that day. Did she tell him about the sexual assault?
Mm-hmm.
Did in that conversation Dr. Patterson find it necessary to tell him about the results, because she has the results?
Mm-hmm.
So Hayden, and I think the reason why Hayden is not beat to I think her safety in not opening her email with the results is I already know he's the father.
Right.
But
I got that part.
It's going to put me in a different headspace, and I don't need. It's an ignorance we run with. Oh my God, I know you ladies have seen Jackson. I'm not sure if you have, but I'm sure some of the ladies that's in the chat now has been seeing this Cam Newton and Dr. Brian exchange about having these creating these fractured homes, having kids by multiple women, and how problematic that is.
I haven't watched it. I've seen.
Well, I'll send you clips because I haven't watched the whole. And I may watch that. Cam, his interview, he's just not the best. Not the most compelling. I don't know. I don't want to, I'm on my public platform, so let me watch what I say. But I thought that clip was very, very important. And then later on, Ruby and I discovered she had a conversation with Nick, and Nick was less receptive. Cam from the clip took it better than Nick from the clip on his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking Hayden has the same broken mentality of a Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, in thinking that partnership should be mandatory, like how, and it doesn't always work out this way, but when you have the option to have the father in the baby's life, take it. But you're part of that mentality of things don't have to be perfect, and you just want to create a bigger fissure. I think, Nick and Cam's thing is, well, I financially care for my kids and I spend a lot of time with them. But Dr. Bryant made the point of, you're not available 24/7 as a in-house parent would be.
Mm-hmm.
So you are creating fractured homes. So I think, again, I don't want to get too deep in that. That is basically Hayden's mentality of, I can do it on my own. There's no space, or there's no needed or mandatory space in my world for this child to have a father. Because Hayden has operated in her mind, I don't have a father, although she does have a father, although we caught her being nosy and getting a tea on her father and his daughters. Like,
right.
We caught her in the act of like being blissfully happy about, getting this gossip on her sisters. So Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to unpeel that banana.
So somebody mentioned Terry, and so I ain't gonna lie, I chuckled at that too when when the revelation hit, like, oh, when she said the nurse said, so we had one of his horror movies on it because you he loves
Oh
horror movies. And so then
yeah.
I'm like, so when revelation hit, I was like, oh, Ishaan is evil.
Uh-huh. Ishaan is something else. And to be honest with you, I don't know how dark I'm even gonna reveal because it's a romance novel, but Ishaan has to be built that way. We'll learn
Mhm.
more about his father. Shout out to Bailey West for helping me out with his father's profile, characterization profile. And she
Okay.
got that thing back to me because you there's some things you can get from Bailey. You can get a word and you can get
Right.
some military talk. Okay.
Right. Right.
Bailey will
Right.
deliver. And she turned that thing right back around. She gave me a 2 to 3 page profile on his father. And she knew, she understood the assignment. So we're going to learn more about Ishaan and what makes him the way he is. But
Mhm.
I really want to keep him appealing and not show all of his bad side and show what he has to do in order
Oh,
to bring Asmir's dreams or, desires into fruition.
I didn't pick that up. I think Hayden's dad's one of the movies.
Uh, Tessa, Monique.
She's trying to say the
No, Marina Brothers, they're Italian. Hayden is black.
yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
But that would be a nice twist.
That would be a plot twist, right?
Yeah, but no.
So somebody asked why is Ishaan so angry? First of all, here's the other plot twist. Bobby and Rob and Kenny being the same person. Well, that was a plot twist.
Yeah,
Um
it was for me too.
whose baby daddy was Filipino? What you talking about?
Khalees is talking about how Ebony got on taking tips from
Oh.
Tanisha and lied
Mhm,
about the identity of
mhm,
the guy she's doing IVF with because she
mhm.
didn't want people in her business. So she tried to throw him off track by giving him a different um, uh, ethnicity. Yeah.
I don't think so, Khalees. But love could answer that.
So is my husband and Ishaan. They're not related, but we'll see in book 2. They are very much acquainted. We're going to hear from Rory in book 2. They are very much acquainted. Yeah.
So,
Sadiq, she's referring to Sadiq, guys. I'm sorry.
oh,
We
yeah, I knew that.
you
Sorry.
you may have known that, Jocelyn, but not everybody may have known who Khalees's husband is.
Oh, yeah,
She's referring
somebody
to
else, they
Sadiq.
thought he was an Ellis too. They thought he was an Ellis too. I thought he
Yeah,
was.
and I felt like I read that in a few reviews. Someone says he's giving me an Ellis vibe, and I said, "Oh wow, I think so too." Ishaan wears suits, but Ishaan can get dirty. Like I agree. I did not. That was not the intent.
I don't. What is it? What is this?
I think. Wait a minute, Monique. I think Mika was pregnant for one of the men. No, she was not.
I was like, wait a minute. They weren't even.
She was not. And first of all, the Marinos, they're in Atlantic City. Mika was in Vegas when she got pregnant. Tessa, she said, I'm gonna figure this puzzle out. No, I believe the Marino brothers are in Atlantic City.
Yeah, I thought so too. But since I guess everybody is tied to everybody, oh, somebody said, "Oh no, Mika met the ugly charming dude in Vegas." Okay, so I'm gonna jump toward the end because I text Love and was like, "Niggas make me sick." I was so mad at Ishaan at the end. I was so mad at him because she doesn't. You all just established the night before. You said don't lie to me. But when did she lie to you? You have not spent quality time for her to have shared intimate information with you. Like you were just saying she was getting all the tea about
Her
her
sisters.
sisters and all her dad and all of that. But why are you so, and I know both of them have trust issues. We know that
Mhm.
for a fact. Mandy did a number on him. We know that for a fact because
Mhm.
you shared that part with us. So I
Mhm.
guess when people ask about the character development, I'm confused because for me,
Mhm.
I know everybody is different. Everybody reads different. Everybody sees things
For
differently.
me, for me, for me.
My opinion is just
Just
my
my opinion. Just me. Just me.
but I felt like we know where Hayden has come from. We see what her mom is like. We get a glimpse of um the abuse, the sexual abuse that she, endured. We know that she she has several degrees and certificates and what she works for, and she's making good money, and how she feels about relationships and men. And so I'm a little lost on that. We got, I mean, it
Okay, well let's start there. First of all, Taia, yes, she lied on the show. You know those are scripted shows, and having her on is a bonus because Ebony doesn't really mingle in those spaces. But I guess that's how she wanted to introduce to the world, like she's working on her family. So yeah, she lied to Tanisha. Tanisha may know the real story. I don't know. I don't know how scripted television works to that detail. But anyway, that yes, she lied. Now, to answer your question, I think Ishaan is viewing. First of all, what are you protecting me for? I'm not in a dark world. No one is. I'm not even Balan that I'm aware of it. At least I'm talking. I'm not aware of anybody being after Hayden. Hayden lives a very straight up life. So protecting me, but she did lie, and he felt for that lie. He's probably more upset with himself than he is when he automatically assumed her father was dead. And she did allude to the fact. I don't know if she answered directly, yes, he's dead, or he's not around or something. He automatically assumed. Khaleesa probably correct me. But that was the part, like, I believed you when you said your father was dead. And now I'm looking up in here, seeing that you're with Rob, and he's still, we'll see how he pieces together how they know each other, and seeing how it was truly irony. At least I'm aware of now. I don't want to tell you guys something and then end up being something else in the book. I'm with you guys. I'm just trying to operate where you guys are now, right?
right.
It was just a pure coincidence. I don't know because I've not sat down with them to fully go over that part of it. But I think that's how he felt. He viewed her as work in that aspect. Like, I told you, if you are honest with me, I can protect you. What are you protecting me from? I don't know you. She doesn't even know really what he does, how he
Right,
is.
and literally, this was the night before. Like, we
Mhm.
literally committed to each other the night
But when she
before.
said her father was dead,
Well,
and then
that's
he
okay. So, like, Khaleesa saying she didn't omit. She literally just agreed to be his girl. Okay, wait, but there was somebody else who said, she said he's dead. Somebody said he's dead to her. Wait a minute. Wait, let me go back. I'm going back through. Y'all all over the place. He's dead to her.
Mhm.
I can relate to that. Um. Oh, did she say this? She said no condolences needed.
I believe she did. But my question was, and I was going to see if Khalees can answer it. How did that exchange go? Did she specifically say my father's deceased?
No,
Or
I don't recall that.
because let's be clear, Hayden don't mind. She would tell anybody. I have on my board with an asterisk next to her father's deceased. And this is before I got to this point of where
Mhm.
I didn't know where her father was. So Hayden's been lying to me too.
Well,
No,
no,
I'm not joking. Like, she's been lying to me too. I didn't know about no
no. They
sisters
said
or
she
anything
said I
until I
don't have
got
a
there.
father. She said I don't have a father.
Thanks, Nicole. And I think that is when he just automatically said, because his father's deceased. So his thing was, okay, I have a connecting point because I'm just trying to warm you up. I'm trying to see it, trying to get you to see I'm not the enemy. So he took that and ran with it. So I think Ishaan should be more mad and could be more mad at himself because he knows how to read people. He knows how to decipher truths for a living. But with this girl, he just took her because he views her as harmless, but he took her at her word. So I think they're both thrown askew because yeah, I don't know what that report when he did have her after he found out she was pregnant, he did have Munchie look into her. I don't know what that file consisted of, but totally did not mention his her father.
P, she did say she was the only child. Guess what? I say that too.
You do. Oh
I said I'm the only child. And I have my dad has had a son, but I say I'm the only child. I'm my mama's only child. I'm my only child.
It is true.
I didn't go and people like me, some of us, I'll say some, not all, we feel that wholeheartedly. I'm my mama's only, especially if I didn't grow up with my sibling. I don't have, and we have nothing in common. We know each other. We've been around each other, but we have nothing in common. I'm the only child. I didn't grow up around him.
I didn't even think about that. And the thing is, again, I'm unfolding the mystery. Some things I do know, right? Some things I do know. I think I do have a handle on how Hayden views herself, and I think her mother defends her father.
Yeah,
there was a few little nuggets in their exchange too.
Yeah,
when they were going back and forth, because to Hayden, she doesn't have a father. It was because of how she was conceived and how she did not fit in with his family. So we'll go over all of that. And Hayden made it, I believe, Hayden made a decision at a very young age. You already have this going on. I don't fit here, so I'm out. And she, at a very young age as a child, and she stuck with it. And I don't think her mother liked that because it makes her mother look bad, as it should. But yeah, Hayden really believes she doesn't have a father. But he loves getting clear. She loves getting gossip on him.
Right. Now I'm not saying that I didn't have a father. I'm just saying, as far as my sibling is concerned.
Yeah, you're the only child.
Yeah.
No, I follow.
No, I want them in the comments to be like, "Oh, Justin."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my daddy was in my life.
Yeah.
So let's see. She didn't have a father. I get it. Let's see. What is this one saying? She said, I don't have a father. I get it. She wasn't raised with her sisters or her father for that matter. So she's an only child. She told a lie by omission. Well, so Ishaan has too.
He's not forthcoming with her either.
No, and I guess that's what pissed me off at the end when he was like, fuck you. And I'm just like, bruh, you haven't told her. Y'all haven't even had a chance to y'all had an intimate moment like the night before. And now you done caught up because you trying to catch up with Rob/Kenny. And that nut, like, bruh.
Busybody.
He was doing the most. And the way he was just kind of like, this don't have nothing to do with just let it go. Do you know who you're talking to right now? Like
Kenny? That I was like, whoa, my head as I'm recording is bouncing between Ishaan, Hayden, Kenny Rob, and the bodyguard. You know, I'm just like, what is going on? And I felt Hayden like, Kenny, why is he calling you Rob? Why are you calling him Rob? What is going on here? He tells her that lying is far worse than offense and revealing shit you're ashamed of. He opened the door for her to speak her truth. But I agree. I agree.
But I don't feel as though she owed it to him.
But that's the thing. She did not owe him that. However, in Ishaan's mind, he operates as an authoritative figure.
Well, he needs to go sit down at this point for me.
Yeah, and I think he did not allow her time.
That's my point. That I guess that's for me. We just did this last night,
and she has no idea of what Ishaan really he believes that he is just an above board, and he is a COO, but she doesn't know the ugly side of the COO. She doesn't understand his his mental framework, and he's trying to get to know hers. But I think his thing is, you're interfering by not giving me the whole truth. But like her thing is, hey, I was thrusted in this just like you are. You think I'm just gonna give you up my no. He barely gave her a chance to explain herself. He did, and not barely, T. He didn't. He was just like, nah. He just. Mm-mm.
No,
Kenny
he
Brown was
wasn't.
working with Hayden's scheme of sisters. So I don't think Celeste, he was working. He dated
one
one
of them.
of the sisters. And him being a man, I shouldn't say that because not all men cheat, but I think him seeing Hayden, he tried to talk to her. Hayden is not impressed by men because she has issues, right? She has daddy issues and mommy issues, but she gave him her number and entertained him. But then soon her girlfriend found out, yeah, I looked him up. You have that one girlfriend who knows how to find, investigate on social media. And Letitia, I think her name is right here. Yeah, Letitia came back and said, yo, he knows your sister. He's been your sister. And then because of that, Hayden, we got to explore this in book 2, her mind of, you don't want to be part of their lives, but you want tabs on them. So she used Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And they and Kenny, being a BITCH, clearly was okay with being used that way, and he was in and out of a relationship with her sister. So I don't think he worked for anybody. I think I believe at this point it's all coincidental. We'll see as I get in my recording sessions, but I believe this is all coincidental.
Mm-hmm.
She's really like Raina in a lot of ways. Yes, that's what. Yep, Tamara. It's funny how they don't even know it. They don't know it because Raina shut everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Hayden, she and Sundria have always been cool. She's always admired Sundria. Excuse me. And it doesn't help that they both share this pathology of, SA. But Raina was such a runner, she didn't even realize the resource she had in her cousins. But they are very much alike. I love that. Oh, that's the Belvin in me. I love connecting dots and discovering pathologies in terms of families and how much we have in common. Just like Celeste says, she didn't even know it. They don't even know it. We do. Wait, do we think Ishaan would have left her alone if Asmir? No, and Asmir didn't threaten him. I know why you put it in quotations, because you're not saying Celeste he did, but you're trying to say Asmir apply some pressure. And I think Asmir is really trying not to take it there, but I think his thing is, this is my wife's people. And Ishaan, I don't even know you to be this, and this is not going to be messy. Like, I don't really know Hayden like that, blah, 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 but I'm not going to, I think they both tried to dance around each other. Asmir knows who Ishaan is, and Ishaan knows who Asmir is, but no, I think he would have stepped up, but I think that Asmir connection made it more of a priority. And I think he probably would have been more questioning and more slower with discovering what's going on. But I think that kind of pushed her up to that VIP level that they like to joke about, because this is his work. This is his life's work. He enjoys his work, and he's not trying to have any problems with the big man, So I think that kind of pushed her up the priority level. Wait, we missed the party. What? Oh, when they discovered, what about it, Khalees? When they discovered each other.
I love that. What do you call her? Boo baby?
Baby Boo?
Baby Boo? Boo
baby? Boo baby. No, I'm wrong. You're right. Wait a minute. Is it Boo baby? It's Boo baby. You're right. I'm wrong. Boo baby.
That's how I was like, this nigga know who she is. Well, the way he walked up on her.
And I think he felt like, I knew you weren't no prostitute. And what do we have here, Boo baby? And he was genuinely attracted to her. Right. And he meant what he said. I don't care whose it is. If you're still game, I'm game too. But I think his thing was, but a conversation needs to be had because of our past, But
wait, yeah. This is where I knew Hayden's a boss. I don't care. In my mind,
Hayden is very much a boss.
When Hayden left that money back, like, I just pimped you, bro.
How does it feel to wake up with money around? Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
That's how I was like, she just pimped his ass, and he didn't know how to take that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so they're saying, yeah, you're right, boo baby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that. Jalisa said she was a terrible working girl.
Which at least we're probably gonna. I know we're gonna hear more about it because I have a note on my board here that I did not explore in the book one. We'll explore more because guess what? At this point, I think only Sundria realizes, or does she? Does Sundria? No, no one knows the prostitution angle.
No, she hasn't
No
met
one,
anybody.
I think Sundria understood she didn't give Hayden didn't give her real name, but nobody knows that. And they're gonna have to, people are gonna find out. I don't know about everybody, but I'm just saying. So that's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
Well, somebody always has to have, something. What did Stenton used to sub what was it? Was it toothpick? Who did somebody had toothpicks or something.
Oh, really?
Asmir had the Nihilators.
Mm-hmm. Sunflower
Sunflower
seeds.
seeds. I feel like it might not have been toothpicks, but Trenton had something. Not Trent. Stenton had something. I love that um Stenton at the when they was working with Mackay and he was talking about, how they were talking about the young men and how,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan is getting older. And I was like, dang.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
When they were playing basketball, when he came to work with
Yes. Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah.
they were talking about, you know, uh, different guy things,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he shared about Jordan,
Zoe.
Zoe and Jordan, but how he shared about how Jordan, he had to check Jordan and what he's
Oh
14
yeah.
and think he know everything, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's them boys. They get a certain age.
But doesn't that make you feel like an auntie to Jordan?
Yes, that's why I was
It
like,
made me feel that way too.
I can see now. I ain't gonna go back into, but I can see in my head when
Mhm,
the scene where
mhm,
they were potty training him, and he was like talking to Eric, and he's like, "I gotta go,"
mhm,
and now
mhm.
he's 14. Like, oh my god,
He's growing up on us. Mhm.
yes.
Tara said, I love how he pulled up on her. I thought he would have been furious when he saw she was pregnant. He was so smooth with it. Yeah, someone could have been upset with that by that. But I think it's Sean, like he explained to her, to Hayden at the end of the book, he puts out real fires. This is a little flame. Like, like this can all be taken care of compared to the things I have to deal with on my day-to-day job. So Josh, you forgot in your boo
She
had a
making me
cross.
sick.
Oh gosh. D. We were just talking about that, Josh.
Yes.
Juggy. I love me some Juggy. Oh, I wonder if Juggy gonna make an appearance in book 2.
Oh god.
The Jugster.
Oh. Let's go back to what conversation. Let's see. This is what conversation. What issue Makai had about when they were talking about how. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Ishaan was upset about that. He was like, yo, and he was like, Poppy, you taught me. I didn't teach you for that. That's not why.
you took it and ran with that. That ain't what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't. No. Somebody asked what was Munchie's deal. I forgot. I'd have to scroll
Yeah,
way back.
excuse me, have asked that.
Huh?
I don't think Munchie has a deal.
Yeah, you saw that comment like,
Well, I'm before tonight.
oh, somebody else is
It could
asking.
have been in the reviews or something, or it could have been in the Facebook spoilers page. Like someone was saying, Munchie. I don't think Munchie is attracted to Ishaan. I don't think she has any flights of fantasies of them being together. I think she's gonna be protective of him, and I think she's very disappointed that he even quote unquote entertained a quote unquote prostitute. Um, but I don't think Munchie's gonna be a problem. Mrs. Chucky.
I'm so sick of them.
Yeah, but Tara is right. Speaking of Tara, she's right. She's just protective of him, and she just wants to make sure, she pieced together what Ishaan did, and she's like, "Yo, this is not even like you. What is this?" And now the girl is pregnant, and we got an update. Okay, hang on. We got an update on a lot of our peeps in this book, and I loved it. Yeah, I've been saying this for years. I don't force those things. It really has to make sense when I take them on. Who knows who? Like, how are these connections made? And Asmir and Ezra still have not been in the same room. They've not met each other. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, oh, that would give me a headache.
But Asmir's matured so much. Maybe
He has, but I'm telling you, Ezra would read all of his dirt.
all of it down to the ground.
Right. I think that might send Ezra over the edge.
Oh, my Jay is here. Jay, did you hear me talk about you? You know I keeps the gals. Jay, what were we talking about the other day when did you just get here? Because I just brought you up about how we were talking the other day and you said, love, it cracks me up how you say you think when you're talking about your own characters and clients. What did I tell you? I brought up an older set of clients. Could you remind me what that conversation was?
Oh, that's okay.
Yes, Jamaica.
Mika.
I think she may have a little crush on who, Celeste?
Ishaan.
Oh,
People think that she has a crush on him.
I don't think so. I haven't detected that. Mm-hmm. The nicknames in this book. Who had the nickname? Boo Baby.
Boo Baby, Munchie. That's not her
Poppy. Ninu. Yeah, Nanu. Yeah, okay. I'm with you, Rachel. So who pimped who, Dana?
I don't think so.
Oh.
She says she thinks Hayden's ashamed that a stranger raw dog her. I don't think so, but
I think Hayden is she should be my personal thought because that's not her life.
Right.
Like Josh at the top of the chat when you were saying she cracked me up calling her John because I'm thinking like Josh, I don't know about you moonlighting as a prostitute, but if this was your situation and you're like, I can see you freaking out. Not that you would come and tell me that because I'm not Lauren, but I'm just saying if you did come and tell me about how you went to LA for a wedding and then this handsome guy propositioned you and he gave you the title of a prostitute and you're just like, I don't know what it was magnetic. I don't know what I can see you saying that. And we don't even talk on that level, but I can see love. I don't know what happened, but I was saying in my mind at the time, this is my John. Oh my God. I can't, like hyper thinking, overthinking the situation.
But I wouldn't say John. I'd be like, do this dude. I wouldn't call it, but it was just a
well, John, it's just the formal term,
term, right?
Yeah.
Right, but it would just make it made me.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. If you and I did talk on, and I'm not being facetious, shit, Jocelyn and I do not talk on this internet. But just in case you want to, I'll be down for you. I am that girlfriend that talks like
no,
that.
Sometimes we do. We just didn't get into it because remember when I remember I said I'm gonna go on the dating app for what is that?
Yeah, but that's different. That's surface stuff.
And look, Love told me, y'all. Love told me.
Oh gosh, Josh, what did I say?
Everybody was like, my friends were like, no, you got to give it 48 hours to 72 hours. And you said, well, just give it a try and then come back and tell me all the weirdos that you. And I just didn't get a chance to come back and tell you the weirdos that I encountered because I gave it a week and then I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. I
forgot we didn't revisit that conversation. But my point is what Celeste is saying. I think that that's not who she is.
No. Oh, yeah, I get that. That's not her.
And she didn't want on that.
That's what she doesn't even want to tell because Sandria's going to get in her ass.
Yes, she didn't want. So I think Celeste is onto something is my point because Sandria was like, you did what? And, and then Rain is like, oh, relax. Like, let her live a little,
Right.
Jamaica, you got some explaining to do to daddy. That was so smooth, no lie. Yeah, Ishaan was having fun because he's like, I'm right. You're no prostitute. You're pregnant. What are you? You can't be a prostitute and pregnant.
Right.
Prostitutes don't get this far in their pregnancy.
Right. I like this too. I don't think.
Oh, wait. We clicked it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I think she doesn't know how to handle the fact that she enjoyed something so illicit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that baby is a telltale sign. It's going to always remind her of that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta stop doing this. I only say that the way she delayed sharing the news because she's not in a relationship, even after they found out he worked with Asmir about her
Maybe
being.
you keep saying I don't know Asmir. I mean, he's married to my cousin, and my cousin and I are reestablishing a relationship, but she doesn't know him
He
intimately.
made that very clear. I was like, "Oh, excuse me," and he's just it embarrasses me and it makes me cry. And I don't like to cry. I don't want to be in that situation. Like I
Mhm.
respect her, but I don't. I'm learning to trust her. I don't. I don't trust
Mhm.
her.
Mhm. I get all of that.
Hey Dana, updated everyone except Isaac. Um, that's your boo, Dana. I know. Young Lord wasn't mentioned. Young Lord is actually mentioned. He doesn't make a debut so far. He was mentioned in book 2, but as an artist, Rory brought him up. Um, him bring up Amir. Oh yeah, him bringing up because
Mhm.
Ishaan is trained to know everything. First of all, Maz is a celebrity figure, right? Everyone in America knows Ahmad. Probably, excuse me. Maz has a brother who's deceased. They probably know. They probably ran that when he went to what do you call it? Where did Ashton go when he got passed, but he never made the Connecticut Kings? What do you call that training? What do you call it? Combine.
Oh, the
That was
combine. The
probably one of
combine.
the sad stories they ran about him, but especially because they're local, of course. But Sandria took it personally. Maybe, maybe I don't know. I'm not saying he does. Maybe he knows that Amir, and Sundria had a thing. I don't know, but I know that Sundria just really panicked. She was drinking and she was like, I don't trust that nigga. Why he saying that? Why he bring up Amir? But why he bring up Amir? So I don't
Mhm.
know. The combine. Thank you, Tangela. Thanks, Julie. Sitar. Sitar, my editor's in the house. I think Zakia's in
Nakia
the
was
house
here too
too.
for a minute.
Yeah, I thought to say Zakia should be here too.
Yeah, she was. She commented. She reminded us of Lennox's name earlier.
Oh yeah, she would be. I can hear her now saying, "Oh God, this lady don't remember nothing." um, Hayden pimped Ish with the money return. Yeah, that's what we said earlier, Dana. Yep. Oh, here she is. I'm here. I knew you were here. Um. Oh wait. Uh. Yes. JD, the live is definitely gonna be saved. Oh, Satara saying, "Hey, Zakia."
Whose life?
This live. I believe
Oh,
she's asking if will this live be saved? Yes, it
yeah.
will be
It'll
saved.
stay on Love's
YouTube page. All
YouTube.
right, so guys, we're nearing an hour and a half. And Jocelyn and I have not had dinner. I feel like we had junk to hold us over.
We did.
Um, are there any final questions? Please, no spoilers, but it may not be a spoiler.
Somebody's asking, not rushing, but
Actually, that is my goal. Y'all got to keep me covered in prayer. The Lord has blessed me with no deaths, no immediate deaths this year, no funerals. So, but I'll be honest with you, it's never taken me 8 months to write no book. So I don't, I part of me feels it's because, all right, so is that Tina? She's here. A part of me feels that this is
that's
another
it.
editor of mine. I think that's T. Um, and a lot of questions you guys have had, they've already run it past. They know to question everything. I still have to say, question everything. Don't think anything is too silly. So anyway, yeah, I part of me really after I hit published maybe 2 days, maybe that's Saturday or something like that, or last Saturday. I'm like, yo, when did it ever take this long to write a book? And I'm thinking, a lot of this stuff I'm honestly I'm learning throughout the recording session. Bless you. Throughout
Thank
the
you.
recording session, and they gave me bits and pieces. I'm really, there are not a lot of mysteries that I don't think it's gonna be challenging to address or unveil. So that is my goal. Actually, by December, this book will be out. That's my goal. You guys keep me covered in prayer. Maybe maybe it can happen. Leroy's boo. Oh, was that hinted? Leroy is probably on, because remember he was with the Sheik. Was it a Sheik or something?
Mm-hmm.
He was with in Love and Rhythm and Blues. Leroy is probably on to another wealthy man from another culture. Leroy tickled me.
He really tickled me in this too. We saw a whole different. You know what I love you. We saw a different side of each one of the characters that you showed in. We saw a different side of Raina. We saw a different side, a little softer side. As Ezra was still Ezra, but we saw a little softer side of Ezra. Like I said, different side of Raina. We definitely saw a different side of Leroy. We always associate Leroy as Rajiv's friend, not having
Yes,
other
other
friends.
powerful friends. Yep.
Yeah.
Love, I hope you're working on the next book. Got me all in an uproar. My poor husband asking what happened, because of course Love is always working. I'm already into book 2. And I don't know, I respect people who say, I'm not going to read the next installment or I'm not going to read until you're done with it. I respect that, but that's not going to change my process at all. That is, people, they constantly put that in comments and stuff like that. And I respect it. Everybody, I'm like, Josh, I get it. I get it. But it's not going to change my process. I'm not going to write in slow, especially because I write so slow. If I wrote faster, I would consider doing it. We did it with Wayward Love. We did it a month apart, but I just don't write that way. So I am always working. I've already started book 2. Yeah. Okay. So Leroy, so I want to talk about this, Tangela. Thank you for bringing this up, and we're gonna close because I think, my editors are showing love to each other. I have to say that, guys. Zakia is also an author. She's the only editor that I will ever work with that's going to be an author, and she knows why. And I know T knows why. I don't know if Satara knows why, but she's the only. I do not work with editors who are authors ever. Period. It goes so against my grain. Anyways, the kids having one of her debut book is free, Blue Obstacles. I'm gonna restory it. So if you guys are interested in giving Zakia her art a try, she's been editing for me since Lip. So she's definitely a part of Team Love. If you guys want to give her a try, and her 3rd book will be coming out
Tuesday.
Thank you, because I did not know.
She's an amazing editor.
And she's all of them. Satara is the newest person, but she's catching on really fast. Like, people think I'm so brilliant, and I'm a great storyteller. I'll tell you that. But I as a writer, I definitely need a strong team behind me. But I wanted to get to Tangela. You're very welcome, Zakia. I want to get to what Tangela said about Leroy and Ishaan's friendship. It was cool to see, because I also wanted people to see, and I guess Josh, you kind of talked about this too, but I also wanted people to see that Leroy is very powerful. He knows people. He's useful. He's not just one thing. He's not just this flaming man who dates, rich men. He's looking for love that he can't find. Leroy is actually a connector too. Like, he knows powerful people, and he is very much respected, in spite, because you even heard Ishaan talking about his hangups with Leroy, like, why you got to put on makeup? Like, what is this? Like, one thing I understand. I can logically understand. I can cognize that my friend likes to be intimate with other men. That's his business. But then when you want to be, so that was his, if you want to call it a bias, or that was just his truth coming out or whatever. But Leroy is a respected man, like amongst his friends. He's not just Raji's gay best friend. So that was really fun, taking on that relationship and letting you know in at least one perspective how powerful and useful he is to other people.
Oh, Jamaica is commenting saying that's what she was asking about your research. How much research did he do?
How much research? Yeah, because if he knows this, he didn't go deep on her. But you were like, he didn't plan to see her again. Yeah, I went over that. I'm asking. I brought up another couple that when you had made that comment, like, love, you crack me up because you always say, I think, I think, I think. And I said, but Jay, that's true. But don't worry about it. All right. All right. So if you guys are done with your questions.
I think so. He read Ishaan. Oh, Leroy did. Yeah, he did. He did. Got in his ass.
Yeah.
He did. I felt like he did like get him. You know.
It's all good. All compliments. My hubby likes me to read. This is not your friend, is it, Josh?
Who?
Likes me to read to him the steamy parts. Her husband. When I'm reading, he always sees the different facial expressions. Oh, that is so romantic.
Not that I'm aware of.
Aw, I love that. I love it. All right, so if that is it, I'm gonna let Jocelyn take it away. Oh, let me just put this in there, guys. I need the reviews. I'm really trying not to publicly demonstrate how low my reviews are for my entire catalog on Amazon and Goodreads, but they are. If you can trust me, just know they are extremely low. And yes, a little bit of it can possibly be Amazon, but the majority of it are my readers. You guys are not leaving written reviews. Some of you, honestly, I think everyone took not everyone, so many people took accountability when I put it on social media, especially Evelyn, EVE. Happy birthday, EVE. Although I know you're not on here, but I hope you're having the best time. I think they're away. Let me not say where my friend is. I need these reviews. I need for you. It doesn't take a lot, but and then sometimes, like even Jamaica put up her review and she said, "Love, Amazon is still acting funky towards me. I appreciate the attempt, but I need the reviews. It's pretty. It's unbalanced." My catalog is so under reviewed. So please, always leave a written review and be honest with it. I'm not asking for 5 stars. I'm asking for your honesty. I don't, All right, I'll let you take it from here.
Well, we appreciate y'all. These have been amazing. I think this is Love's new way of having her books discussed. So I guess we'll see y'all. We were able to kind of do these back to back because we talked about Low Fidelity just last month, but we won't see you guys until December. Well,
possibly not. I was going to say that. I don't know if this is what you're alluding to. I don't even know if I told you, but I think the audio can possibly be out in December. Oh. So depending on if that does happen, the next chat will be, now I see where you were going. You were not going here.
Well,
yeah. So the next chat could either be with the narrators for In the Meantime, or for the second installment.
Mm-hmm. But CK is coming out in December.
That's the 24th. So that'll probably go into
January.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Don't. Okay. Anyway, this is always a good time. I love the interaction, you guys. This is far more easier than when
I think so.
The other chats. Mm-hmm. We love those as well, but I think this just runs a little bit smoother.
Mm-hmm. And it's also
It's
Josh, I
more.
want to say thank you so much for sponsoring these things, and that's not a cute term, that's a real term. And just always, it's good to have a backup. And on Facebook, I had backups, so I didn't really have to
Oh,
go a lot.
absolutely.
But I also couldn't visit every comment. We're here. I can bounce off Josh. If I miss it, she'll probably get it or whatever. So I am really feeling this new way of doing our chats.
Yeah, this is cool. I enjoy them. I have to tell my whole household, shut up, be quiet, don't bother me. Let me, I got something to do. Yeah, December is going to be lit. And guess what else is going to be lit? June is going to be lit too.
Yes, it will.
Oh, I could probably tell them since I have confirmation though, huh, love?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have confirmation that we're going to have 4 narrators at Indie Love 2025 10-year celebration. Would y'all like to know who they are?
I would.
I want to know who they are. Y'all know. So let me just tell y'all how funny Midnight is. Because Midnight said, when I sent Midnight his formal invitation, Midnight said, "Oh, I thought I was already in my mind, I was already gonna be there." I loved it. I was like, yes, bruh, yes. So Midnight has confirmed. Miles Washington has confirmed. I'm almost slipped. Females love. I'm trying to.
Alex Monroe.
Alex Monroe has confirmed. You know what I almost did. Alex Monroe has confirmed, and Wesley Siobhan has confirmed. So we will have those 4 narrators. I reached out to one more. I haven't heard back, so we may have a 5th one. But right now we have the 4 narrators are going to be at Indie Love 2025, and it's going to be a vibe. So there's tickets still available. But
yeah, I hope the LBU knows by now. Don't wait until the last minute to get tickets.
Yeah, because y'all not gonna be able to be in my inbox, and I'm not gonna be able to say, "Let me add 4 more." I'm not gonna be able to do this year.
Stressing out like this is not our first rodeo.
Yeah, but y'all know, I think I got some people spoiled. They know that they could wait, and then I'll add. But I'm not gonna be able to do that.
And don't be the one to do pre-sales for your favorite authors, but you never bought your ticket to Indie Love. Please don't do that.
Oh, geez, that part too. So, and we have the link for the hotels. There's 2 hotels that you could stay at. So I'll probably drop that link. Oh yeah, I did a special thing for my readers group. I gave them the link first. So, but it is on the website. And I think that's it.
Jay, I'm so done with you.
What's she saying?
When is Billy gonna die?
Well, can I just say this? The way Ishaan moves, once he finds out, it might not be long.
Chile. Jay, remember that? Chile. Chile.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you, Jamaica. I love you.
Hi, Jamaica.
I want to shout out Jaleesa too. We're gonna go for real because I gotta eat. But Jaleesa, she's been a dedicated resident of the LBU, to be honest with you, but she came in so quietly and I didn't know who she was. And she is just beautiful, physically beautiful. But I'm starting to sense she has a beautiful spirit and she goes so hard. Khalees does too. But I know Jaleesa has a platform. She goes, huh?
She does, because that last video, Jaleesa, girl.
Jaleesa went hard and she's I don't think she discriminates. And I have to say this publicly. At first I was like, I see she's a resident of the LBU, but is she one of those book bloggers that are toxic? And Jocelyn will tell you, I have these conversations all the time, and I'm thinking like she's not giving toxic vibes. She's just she's standing on her soil here in the literary community, and I'm grateful she helped me promote this book. And I'm looking forward to working with Jaleesa again.
We know they did, girl. We know they did.
My editor Zakia, she hit me up today. She said that Jaleesa, I love that.
Yes.
She went off. Yes. So Jaleesa, thank you so much for all you do. And beyond the LBU, because you're outside. So thank you.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, love. Thank you for allowing me to host this for you. I appreciate it. Getting me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So you all have a great Sunday evening and an amazing week next week. And we will be seeing you soon.
Yes. God bless you all. We'll see you on the other side.